And welcome to Spa Francorchamps. What better place to host the fifth and penultimate round of the 2016 ELMS season. Now the championship battles are really hotting up in LMP2, LMP3 and GTE. We might even see the conclusion of some of those championships right here this weekend at this high voltage circuit.
Leaders in the GTE class are JMW Motorsport. They finished on the podium 3 times from 4 starts this season and have won the last 2 races in a row.
Yeah, you know, now he's a good position on the championship, but it's a really long way to go. And when you race in the circuit like Spa, for the driver is always a dream, no? So the mentality and the approach of this race will be exactly the same like the last 2 races. We have to try to do our best every single race.
With 3 teams covered by just 8 points and 2 races remaining, anything could still happen. With 3 consecutive LMP3 wins and 3rd place at the Castellet, United Autosports have a commanding lead in the points.
We're obviously in a good position with 2 races remaining. Business as usual for us though. We're going to keep us head down, keep concentrated. We'd love to finish and wrap the championship up here at Spa, so we can go to Estoril and you know, just relax a little bit. But we'll see. We'll concentrate and do the best job that we can, and see where we end up Sunday evening.
30 points clear of even their closest rivals, United Autosports don't have to win in Spa to take the title, but they do need to stay out of trouble. In LMP2, 3 consecutive wins have put 2012 European Le Mans Series champions Thierry by TDS into the points lead. Ryo Hirakawa thinks he knows why.
I think this team is the best team, and we have best gentleman and the best pro driver. That's why we are leading.
Nevertheless, no fewer than 6 teams could still take the LMP2 championship.
As usual, we're set for a spectacular lineup with 41 cars on the grid, including a new LMP2 entry. WRT, a well-known Audi GT team, will make its prototype debut on home soil this weekend.
With the Van Thor brothers and also myself, we're confident we can come and do a good job. And I personally have some experience in LMP2, and so does Lawrence as well, especially with the Ligier. Although the team are new to the series, they've got a lot of experience and a lot of resources, so we're sure that they can do a good job. We just need to try and do the best job we can with what we have, and hopefully come Sunday that's enough to get a good result.
Onrogue Automotive, one of the 4 manufacturers selected under the new 2017 LMP2 rules, has revealed its new car, the Ligier JSP217.
This is a big, important event for us. It's like the birth of a new baby into the family. So we're hoping that he'll grow up in the right manner. Some of the teams trusted us without seeing the car when we announced the project. And now, I hope that those who have waited to see the car will also feel happy that they can order one too.
Oak Racing welcomes a new driver into LMP3 in the form of top automotive manager Carlos Tavares, chairman of the managing board of the Peugeot Citroën PSA Group.
First, I have to learn how to handle a car on this fabulous Spa circuit without getting in everybody's way. But it's an astonishing car. The chassis grip's mega, the ability to generate lateral force is incredible, braking efficiency is amazing. It's not easy for the gentleman drivers like me to get used to braking so late and so heavy, but thanks to downforce you get the rewards from that. Overall, the chassis is so fabulous that actually it almost seems a bit underpowered.
2017 is just around the corner, so we caught up with Gérard Nouveau, ELMS CEO, for some exciting news about next season.
Des nouveautés avec de la stabilité.
There are a few changes, but lots of stability. So 6 races next year, as we've had this season, but we will go to 2 new venues. First one in Italy, the circuit of Monza, where we'll start with an official test session at the end of March. Then to Silverstone in April, as usual, to launch the season with the World Endurance Championship. Back to Italy in May for the 4 Hours of Monza. No ELMS race in June, of course, because that's Le Mans. Then the Red Bull Ring in July. Le Castellet for the last weekend of August. Back here in Spa in September, and a second new venue to round out the season in the south of Portugal, the fantastic circuit at Portimao.
Qui est le circuit de Portimao.
Well, it's almost time to get back to racing duties, but before we start qualifying, we asked AF Corsa's Matt Griffin to tell us the positives and the negatives of his 3 favourite corners here at Spa Francorchamps.
Come with me for my 3 favourite corners and I'll tell you why I've picked them. Number 1, and maybe my favourite corner in all of motorsport, the Eau Rouge and Radion corner here. It's a left, right, left, uphill, very fast section. And what makes this corner so interesting, particularly in a GT car, is it's not full throttle. Maybe in qualifying, if you're feeling very brave, it's full throttle, but throughout the race the full tank's going to be a little bit of a lift in 6th gear. And as you can see, it's a left, right, left, totally blind, up the hill, and fingers crossed you come out the other side. Number 2 on the Spa Francorchamps circuit is the Pouhon corner. It's a very, very difficult corner because of its downhill approach. We arrive in 5th gear, very short, smooth brake, down to 4th gear, and the idea is to carry as much speed through the corner as we possibly can. So you release the brake early, carry the speed in, and use all the track that's available to you. You grab the first apex here, let the car run all the way wide, using the curb on the exit in the middle, and then hook back in for the second apex, pulling 5th gear and using all the track that's available to you on the exit. Super fast corner, super demanding, and an amazing corner here at the Spa circuit. Number 3 is the Blanchimont corner. It's one of the fastest corners in all of motorsport and definitely the fastest corner on this track. For us in the Ferrari, it's 6th gear, and if you're feeling really brave and you have a really good car underneath you, it'll be absolutely full throttle. One of the most important things is the turn-in point, to pick it right. If you pick the turn-in point right, you'll be within an inch of this curb here and the corner will run perfectly. If you pick the turn-in point wrong, you'll hit the curb and you could easily end up in a barrier over here. So it's a really, really high-risk corner, maximum commitment, and the sort of corner that us pro drivers absolutely love. Thank you for coming with me on my 3 favourite corners. So it's goodbye from me and enjoy qualifying.
Pit exit is green to start LMGT qualifying session. Again, advise your drivers for the need of respect of track limits.
First out in qualifying, the GTE cars, and with such a long lap at Spa, every single one would be vital. The early advantage rested with the number 56 AT Racing Ferrari. Alessandro Pierguidi set a 2 minutes 17.58 and would never be headed. The man who came closest was Matteo Cairoli, the Italian in the 88 Proton competition Porsche, got close, 33 hundredths behind for second. Irishman Matt Griffin was on a charge as well on his favourite circuit. He looked threatening, pushing the Ferrari to the limits, but in the end, he would have to settle for third. Championship leaders JMW Motorsport only qualified fourth, but pole position went to 80 Racing's Ferrari, and not before time, they thought.
Finally, we got a pole position this year. We did a great job since yesterday, and we improved a bit, but the setup was incredible from the beginning, and I love this track, so I'm very happy to be on pole.
Pit exit is green. The session has started for 12 minutes.
Time then for the LMP3 prototypes to head out on track. First to deliver a fast time, Le Castellet pole sitter Nigel Moore for Tocqueville Motorsport in their number 26 Ligier Nissan, but then the times began to tumble. United Autosports came out battling. Briton Matt Bell in the number 3 car jumped to the top of the timesheet. In the sister car, championship leader Alex Brundle was fast but pushed a bit too hard, dropping the car into the gravel and ending up in 5th. And at the same time, young Frenchman Enzo Guibert beat them all for Graf Racing to snatch pole position right at the end of the session. Incredibly tight with just a second covering the top 7, and Enzo Guibert, the pole sitter, 64 thousandths ahead.
I'm very happy, thank you for my team. The car is very fantastic, very good.
Pit exit is now green. Pit exit is now green. Qualifying for LMP2 cars has started.
First, the big guns to set a fly was Nico Lapierre in the number 21 Dragon Speed car. The team then confidently pulled him back into the pits to wait out their rivals. It then turned into a close battle for second as championship leaders Thierry by TDS grabbed that spot thanks to Matthias Besch. 0.2 of a second behind, second place in the championship G-Drive Racing went third on the grid, courtesy of a flying lap from Harry Tinknell. The points leaders will start on the outside of the front row, but it's a second pole this season for Dragon Speed and Nico Lapierre.
It's a great result. I mean, since the beginning of the weekend we are fast, so we are quite happy that we put it all together. We had a bit of a crash on the last practice this morning, so the boys did an amazing job to bring it back, and the car was really nice to drive, and I enjoyed it very much. So now we are ready for tomorrow.
And there's a lot of people with beautiful faces to draw, very strong, and enthusiastic. Holy crumbs, great here.
You have always a lot of people on this track because it's beautiful and the atmosphere is crazy.
It's a great track and also great people. I like this place, I like very much, and also the sun, with the sun, like in Italy, it's perfect.
It's great, big turnout as always at Spa, so hopefully we can do the business on the track and provide some entertainment for them today.
Welcome down to a very warm and sunny grid here at Spa Francorchamps. Now we're down in the middle of the GTE pack. Let's catch up with number 99 Aston Martin driver Andrew Howard. Andrew, you guys starting a little bit further back maybe than you'd like to, but running second in the championship. How important are points this weekend?
Points are vital this weekend. You know, the critical thing for us is A, a finish, and B, we've got to get up as far as we can, so we've got to compete. We're trying something a bit different with Alex starting. I've started all the other races, and we're going to try and punch our way through.
And how is Spa for the Aston?
It's brilliant. I mean, the Aston always historically has been very good here, but I mean the Ferraris have turned up and done a fantastic job. So I think it's such a well-balanced championship. that I think it just proves we're on pole at Paul Ricard and we're fifth now. So I just think it shows how well it's set up.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, here in front of the crowds at Spa is the number 2 United Autosports LMP3 car. These guys are leading the championship, and if things go their way today, they could wrap it up here at Spa Francorchamps. And here at the front of the grid is where there's a really close battle. We've got the Thierry by TDS racing car. They need to have a good result, but the battle is so close. We've got 4 hours of racing ahead here at Spa. Let's go racing.
1 minute board on the grid. You may now start your engines. Please clear the grid.
Here we go, ready for the rolling start, round 5 of the European Le Mans Series here at Spa. The Dragon Speed car on the left of your screen on pole position, Nico Lapierre. Pierre Thirier alongside, then Geert van der Garde for G-Drive. Little bit of confusion further back, everybody's trying to get a good start. G-Drive car looks to the inside, but Nico Lapierre, cool head on his shoulders, takes the lead into the first corner. Geert van der Garde inside Pierre Thirier as they battle for second. Oh, somebody spat out wide. Looks like the IDEX Sport car. No damage done there, though. We do have a pit caller, though. Alex McDowell in the 99 Aston Martin didn't start the race. He's gone straight into the pits as the leaders sweep through Eau Rouge, crest Radillon, and begin the long climb up the Kemmel Straight. Headlights flashing. Vitaly Petrov in the SMP racing car trying to make ground, and we've got changes behind the leaders. Nico Lapierre from Geert van der Garde. Third is the Eurasian Motorsport. Fourth is Greaves. Down to fifth, Pierre Thirier, Team WRT. Will Stevenson sixth. Up to seventh, Vitaly Petrov. Trouble behind though. Pegasus racing car is off. This is Simon Gachet in the P3 Panis Barthez car. Change for third there. Look, that's Nathaniel Berton, 41. He has gone by Tristan Gomedy in the 33 Eurasia car. Oh, and trouble for Gomedy. Spins out of Bruxelles. And has he got a left rear puncture? Has there been contact?
D8, be advised, we have a spinner at D8.
There's a loose wheel.
Wheel at D9. We have a loose wheel at D9.
So Gomedy's car has shed the tyre and the rim. He must have had contact early on. Will Stevens battling with Vitaly Petrov.
We are under safety car.
Safety car is out at the end of lap 1, so the field will close right back up again. Heartbreak for Eurasia and Tristan Gomedy. He had such a good start from the second row. On the right as we look at it, leader Nico Lapierre controls the pace to the first corner. There's a battle for second. The G-Drive open car, the orange car, dives through underneath and Gomedy follows him. By the time they're down the hill, he's already up to third place. Pierre Thirier back down to fifth position. The Greaves car has got by him as well. And then Gomedy, this spin. Well, there's no air in the left rear. There's probably no rubber on it at this stage. Everybody misses him. But now the major drama when the wheel comes off. How dangerous is this? If this goes through a windscreen, well, it clatters the Villorba-Course car. May well have damaged their right rear suspension. Vitaly Petrov's view. The car spins in front. He sees it happening. He and Will Stevens go around the outside.
Safety car is in the pits, overtaking only after you've crossed the line.
Leader Nico Lapierre with the hammer down in the Dragon Speed car. The open car is Geert van der Garde. Up to third place, Nathaniel Berton. Little gap back to Pierre Thirier. Then the black car of Will Stevens. And the ex-Grand Prix driver is under pressure from another ex-Formula 1 man, Vitaly Petrov. The red, white and blue Russian car right behind him. Then the open car of Gary Findlay ahead of Fabien Barthez. There's the lead battle in LMP3. Headlights flashing on the second place Tocqueville Motorsport car. Chasing the Graf Racing pole sitter. United Autosports third and fourth. There's the Villorba-Course car that was hit by the wheel rim. Looks like there's no damage done there. And this is not the place to find out, you know, Rouge, is it? That's for sure. Nick Jonsson hands over number 40 to Tracy Crone. Did they think they were going to get this done under the safety car? If so, they have been caught out a little. Here's the battle for fifth, Will Stevens. And around the outside, Vitaly Petrov, the Russian in the SMP racing car, moves ahead of the WRT car. Johnny Larson, number 60 in the Formula Racing Ferrari, chasing Mike Headland in the Porsche. JMW Motorsport, red, yellow and black car of Rory Butcher, leading the GTE class. And where is second place? There is Rui Aguas in the white Ferrari, and behind him Alexander Talkanitsa lies third in the black Ferrari. Gianluca Roda's Porsche fourth, but it's a Ferrari benefit at the moment. Pierre Thirier dropping away in fourth place after disappointing start. Charlie's down with the team. What do they know?
Matthias, not exactly the start that you would have wanted, but it's a long ways to go.
Yeah, quite a difficult start, but you know that's also part of the game. Pierre take the start. He's a gentleman driver, so for sure guys like Van der Garde play a bit on that and pushing a bit out, but that's normal and fair racing. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting race for us.
The yellow flag at T18. I've got a car spun. He's rejoined. It's car 4 is coming into the pits.
Well, that's Eric Maris, loses it under braking. Mike Headland can't avoid him in the Porsche. No dramas for our race leader, Nico Lapierre, pulling away from the rest of the field. Absolutely flying here at Spa in the Dragon Speed Oreca. All trouble, Tracy Crone in the green car, Johnny Larson in the Ferrari, and they are right on the edge of the racing line. That looks like Fania Pif Paf.
3, 2, 1, full course yellow. We are under full course yellow.
Let's take a look at the incident then. Well, 2 into 1, don't go. Larson trying to come around the Chrome prototype, and there was contact. And again, I'm afraid, unintentional, but it was just a racing incident. But the cars wedged right on the edge of the track.
9, 8.
Gerda van der Garde in the G-Drive pits, taking fuel, playing the strategy game. Is that going to work for them?
Green, green, we're green.
Green again, and off goes the race leader. Nico Lapierre and Dragon Speed stayed out of the pit lane, sticking to their normal fuel strategy. Johnny Larson's brought the Formula Racing Ferrari back in, trailing a bumper. Driver change as Christina Nielsen gets in. Shouldn't take long to sort the damage out. Doesn't look like it was really major at all. GT race leader JMW Motorsport, Rory Butcher, pulling away in the number 66 car, leading comfortably. They are having a very good run yet again here at Spa. And a solid lead too in the LMP3 class. Enzo Guibert, here he is, the number 9 Graf Racing entry that started from pole position. 16 seconds clear of the pack, and here is the battle behind the red and white Tocqueville car of Nigel Moore, closing in on Wayne Boyd, the second of the 2 blue, red and white United Autosports cars, but he is playing rear gunner, defending number 2 Alex Brundle, who is on his way to the LMP3 title, it seems. Battle for 4th place between 2 open prototypes. The green and white Murphy's car, that's Gary Findlay in 4th. Gerda van der Garde in the orange G-Drive Gibson. He is in 5th position, and as they split the difference going round the Porsche, looking for an advantage, van der Garde. But I think that Gary Findlay has just managed to hang on. Yes, he has. Under real pressure from the ex-Grand Prix driver. But the G-Drive car needs to make some moves. A podium finish here would really help their championship chances. Like G-Drive, the 99 Aston second in the points, but they're a lap down in 7th. Pitted at the end of the formation lap with a problem and lost a lap because the safety car was then scrambled and they got stuck at the back of the queue. Alex Brundle still ahead of Wayne Boyd. Behind him in 4th place in LMP3, the red and white car, Nigel Moore. The Tocqueville Motorsports car being caught by the YMR racing machine. That's the blue car with the bright yellow highlights. So this is 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. The Graf Racing entry a long way in front though. Frenchman Alexandre Cournot in that YMR car at the back of this queue. Otherwise it's an all-British affair, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. And there's somebody going very slowly indeed. That's Belgian Bert Longen.
Slow car going up the Radion, driver's left-hand side.
Well, he's trying to stay out of the way as everybody else flashes by. Oh, goodness, the Porsche was close there, wasn't it? It's going to be a long way back to the pits for Longin. Let's hope that he's still got some engine power and can make it. Race leader Nico Lapierre through traffic, extending his lead. 26.5 seconds the gap now over 2nd place Pierre Thirier. Frenchman just doing a stunning job. Racing in the World Endurance Championship for Senior Tech Alpine. They lead the LMP2 category. Oh, Tracy Crone off at Les Combes. He's on the grass on the inside. He's gone straight on there under braking. So I wonder if he got caught out in traffic as Fabien Barthez just squeezes by as Krohn rejoins. Alexander Talkanitsa is off at La Source, walks away from the car. Duncan Cameron's moved up to second. Pit stop for the leaders. Dragon Speed are in. Out gets Nico Lapierre. In will get Henrik Hedman. And that allows Pierre Thirier to take the lead for the Thirier by TDS crew. Replay of a change for third as Geert van der Garde in the open car goes around the balked Vitaly Petrov, hopefully not under yellow at that stage. Here is Alexander Talkanitsa Jr. And that is a pretty badly damaged Ferrari. All the wheels are still on though, so it might look ugly, but it may still go. Pierre Thirier into the pits. He stays in from the lead, and that means G-Drive now is ahead of WRT, the number 47 car, in second. GTE leader pits as well. Driver change for the 66 JMW car. And that means Duncan Cameron leads in the 55 AF Corsa Ferrari, but he owes us a pit stop. As he continues round there, Duncan Cameron in the 55 car moves from second to the lead of the GTE class. Here's the battle for third with the blue stripe. That is the Dragon Speed car of Henrik Hedman. Was leading with Nico Lapierre. Pierre Thirier, he's in fourth place in the number 46 car. And don't forget, these cars may not move up to the front of the field again for some while after G-Drive took that early pit stop. Well, Charlie George is down with the team. Let's hear from them now.
Harry, great strategy there. It's put you in the lead and a great position for the championship as well.
Yeah, no, it's going well so far, but we'll see how it all plays out. I think we took a little bit of a risk to box under the full course yellow. It's working out at the moment, but we'll see how it plays out at the end. But at the moment, Guido's out in the lead. Nice, clean air, and so he just needs to put his head down and fly away as much as he can.
Replay here at the bus stop. Henrik Hedman on the inside, 21. Pierre Thirier goes outside, then inside to take third place away. Will Stevens right in front in the WRT car. Gary Findlay in the open green and white Murphy's prototype right behind him. Andreas Wirth in the 32 S&P Racing car. He's taking it over from Vitaly Petrov. On board with the German, close battle with a Porsche in front. Down into Piff Paff. The right left, heading down the hill, great exit, and through comes the SMP car. Yes, he moves up into sixth, ahead of the Murphy's prototype machine. Going back into the garage number 19, this is the Duquesne Engineering LMP3 car that lies second in the standings. Bad news for them, could be good news for United Autosports. Flying through Eau Rouge and climbing the hill, the battle for fourth place. Henrik Hedman feeling pressure now from Mexico's Memo Rojas. He's in the 41 Greaves Motorsport car. Gets alongside. Can he use the slingshot up the Kemmel Straight? Has to tuck back in again. This time down the inside. That was a good move from Memo Rojas. Leader in the pits, Geert van der Garde, hands over to Simon Dolan. The gentleman driver now in for his long stretch in the car. Second place is the WRT number 47 machine. Will Stevens comes in. So plenty of work going on in the pits. G-Drive are done. 41 is in as well. Greaves Motorsport from fourth position. And this highly rehearsed ballet, two men changing the tyres. There's a lot that goes on in the pit stops.
We start once the car's stopped, engine off. We're not allowed to refuel until the engine is off. Well, there's 3 guys to do the refueling job. 1 guy to put the nozzle onto the car. 1 guy to we call it the dead man, which is basically a safety valve, which is sprung loaded, so he has to hold that open. Another guy then grounds the car and also holds the fire extinguisher in case of any mistakes. Whilst fuel is also going in, the drivers start their driver changing. We've also got 3 guys that we can do work on the car, so cleaning windscreens, cleaning the rads, and changing the data card, which records data for the ACO. Once the fuel comes off the car, The guys then can jack the car up. We've got 3 guys doing 4 wheels, but only 1 gun allowed over the line as well. We start at the rear wheel, then the front wheel, then we run out and do the other side wheel, and then let the car down. At the end of this point, I can release the car. For this, the whole procedure is going to take about 45 seconds.
More trouble. That's the 51A, of course, of Ferrari, and he is off at Blanchimont.
Advised, we have yellow flags at T16. We've got a car in the end of the runoff. He's resetting the engine and restarting. He's picking up the base.
In the replay, it shows that the Greaves car is trying to get around the outside. Julien Canal may not have left quite enough room. Doesn't look like there was any major damage. They're just adjusting the mirror, and I think then he's ready to go. He is.
Marco, quickly, just give us your take on that incident with your car.
My car, we spun thanks to a superhero. I didn't see the number. I'm looking for to know who is this guy, is a superhero. But Vettel is already in Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton is already in McLaren. They don't need you. You are very good. You did a very good job. You tried to pass outside a gentleman driver in GT2. Spun, crash, broken his race. I will be in the car in next stint. I would like to meet you, girls? I'm waiting for you,
With Andreas Wirth. This is the battle for third, chasing up the hill behind Simon Dolan. Simon in the orange car goes around Henrik Hedman. The Dragon Speed 21 car drops 2 places in 1 corner, down from 3rd to 5th.
Car 48 in the wall.
That's Gary Findlay in the Murphy Prototypes car. Looks like he's had a pretty sizable off, and that's where Tristan Gombardy came to a halt. Out of Bruxelles. Oh, didn't even get on the curbs. The car spun away from him. Hard impact with the barriers. That might be the end of their race.
Be advised, we are neutralizing all the area from turn 8 to the exit of T9.
Eduardo Freitas has had to scramble a safety car, though, to make sure that it's safe for those barrier repairs to continue. There's some work to do there. What have they got there? Brake discs? Spare tyre? They could build a car, practically. Race leaders in. Pierre Thirier locks up and comes like a jack in the box out of the car. Ryo Hirakawa is getting in. And that hands the lead to Simon Dolan. So Thirier has done his big stint. Be a full service before Hirakawa leaves. In 2 comes 32. Andreas Wirth in the SMP racing car also locks up as he comes to his marks. He stays in, so changing the drinks bottle and a tank of gas.
Remind your drivers, overtaking only after they've crossed the line. Overtaking only after they've crossed the line.
Green again, and this time behind the safety car. Everybody is mixed up. Look further back behind the Aston Martin. There is Simon Dolan in the open G-Drive Gibson. Now he'll have to work his way past the LMP3 leading Graf prototype and then try and get by the Aston Martin as well, working his way back towards the front of the field and trying to make sure that he doesn't lose too much ground, getting back up to speed. BMW Motorsports Ferrari leading in GTE still. Rob Smith at the wheel now. And 55, Aaron Scott, second, some way behind them. Leader Simon Dolan being reeled in now by Dries van Tor. He's taken over the WRT 47 car from Will Stevens. He's catching the leader hand over fist.
29 hit the guardrails at T9. Car 29 hit the guardrails between T8 and T9, similar to what happened previously. Safety car procedure has been deployed.
Remy Strebig in the Pegasus Racing Morgan Nissan heading back to the pits without a nose. Looks like the rest of it's just about okay. Left rear could do with some attention though. Let's take a look again at his incident and that of the Murphy's prototype car on the right, Gary Findlay. Strebig climbs the curbs. Car spins away early. Findlay came later off the corner. Car broke away more aggressively and they hit about the same section of barrier. 47 WRT car in the pits. Dries van Tor will stay in. So again, fuel for the car and a drink for him. Clean of the windscreen. Barrier repairs continue, so at the halfway mark, confusion because people are out of sync. G-Drive leading in LMP2 from Greaves and WRT. M Racing YMR out of sync very much in LMP3. They currently have the lead, but expect Graf, Tockwith and United Autosports to bounce back up when the pit stops even out. In the GTE class though, JMW Motorsport with something of a stranglehold. Spa is a fabulous racetrack, but it doesn't take many prisoners. Safety car heading in after 30 minutes out on track. Simon Dolan follows it.
Track is green.
Well, this is interesting. In goes the Greaves car as well. So does the Thierry car. Were they expecting the safety car to stay out another lap, or do they absolutely have to have fuel? Panis Barthez machine in there as well. This could be a race off pit road for some of our top three contenders. Down at Jota, the G-Drive Gibson receiving service. Simon Dolan staying in. Driver change at 46. And Greaves are good to go. No driver change there, no tyres either, it would seem. Just fuel and a race off pit road. But the G-Drive car just about in front. They're limited to the same maximum speed, so you can't really overtake. Here's Dries van Tor, the new leader for the Belgian WRT team. What a great story that is. They can stay up on the podium. Harry Tincknell, Geert van der Garde watching teammate Simon Dolan. Dolan in the orange open car. He's got Matthias Pesch right behind. Thierry by TDS and the red, white and blue car. That is Andreas Wirth in the SMP machine. Thierry goes down the inside on the grass trying to get by Dolan. Dolan's trying to cover both off. Around goes Andreas Wirth and there's contact with Matthias Pesch. Dive plane knocked off the G-Drive car as he loses 2 places. Team manager saying, let's get some tyres ready in case we get a puncture. Well, look at this. Matthias Pesch on the grass on the inside. Andreas Wirth sweeps around the outside on the racing line. But Dolan and Pesch come to blows as they try and use the same bit of tarmac. Andreas Wirth had a good run on them because of the car on the right there, the LMP3 car that had held up Dolan and Matthias Pesch. Pesch goes to the inside, but Andreas Wirth hoovering up the slipstream between the two of them. Slingshots around the outside on the racing line. He's got the grip as he brakes, turns in, through he goes. And now he is all over the back of Julien Canal in the 41 Greaves Motorsport car. Down the pit straight into the braking area for the hairpin at La Source. Down the inside goes Andreas Wirth. He picks off another spot. Up to 5th. But the Greaves machine is right behind him. He doesn't get a great exit off the corner. And there is the red of Thierry by TDS also closing in. More trouble for Julien Canal. Out of the slipstream comes Matthias Pesch. And the Thierry by TDS driver goes by for 6th. 55 Ferrari still in second in GTE, that's Aaron Scott, but look, here comes the Porsche. Matteo Cairoli, the Porsche Junior Ace, throwing it up the inside to grab second at the bus stop ahead of the Graf Racing LMP3 leader. Matteo Cairoli made no mistakes there, did he? That was a great pass. Looking back at the bus stop, Matthias Pesch, Julien Canal and Simon Dolan in the open G-Drive car, eager to chase them, too eager on the throttle, loops into a harmless spin. Simon Dolan's stint is over. He brings the G-Drive car in to hand over to Harry Tincknell. Aaron, 9 minutes remaining. Surely they can't go the whole way on 1 tank of fuel. They are going to need a splash and dash or a decent safety car. And the way this race has been going, you never know, they might just get one.
Ok,
Okay, box is left, box is left. We have to fix the light, so box is left.
Monegasque Stefano Coletti brings the SMP racing car in from 5th position. This is a problem they didn't need. No damage to the car, but the lights are not working. Now they are. All they got to do now is get the nose back on the wretched thing. Race leader on pit road, Team WRT, Dries van Tor, has handed over to brother Laurens, who stalls the car immediately. What a shame. That is going to cost them probably a couple of places. Smoky Ferrari. This is the 51 AF Corsa car. Was in the top 3. And unfortunately, looks like a puncture on the right rear after an off. Long, slow crawl back to the pits for them. JMW in for service. Rory Butcher back in the Ferrari. Leader in GTE. Fuel, fresh tyres. And they'll be good to go with 45 minutes remaining. Ben Hanley has already vacated number 21, briefly led before he came in to hand over to Nico Lapierre for the final stint of the race for Dragon Speed. A brand new team this season, but nicely drilled in the pits where every second counts just as much as on the track. And every second will count as Nico Lapierre tries to catch this car. Number 47, Laurens van Tor in the Belgian WRT machine. Change for 3rd place. Matthias Besch in the 46 TA car has just got by number 25. That's Andrea Pizzitola in the blue Algarve Pro Racing machine. Doesn't look like the young Frenchman was particularly happy to give the place up. He's hounding Besch with all he's got. And he's still close enough to pick up a decent slipstream up the Kemmel Straight. In the WRT team, little conflab. Pietro Donne there on the left in the headset. He's the man that runs the operation. Hugely experienced. And here is Laurens van Tor under pressure now. Right behind him is Nico Lapierre. This is for the lead of the race. The Belgian team, first race versus Dragon Speed, first year. And Lapierre goes around the outside. The sports car veteran's experience tells again. Charlie's down at Dragon Speed.
Ben Nicholas has really got the bit between his teeth now, having just taken the lead.
Yeah, we're in a great position at the moment, but it's never over till it's over at Spa. You know, the clouds have gone grey, so we're in a great position. We just got to hold that position till the end.
Traffic plays its part again. It's one of the Duquesne Engineering LMP3 cars that briefly holds up Laurens van Tor and allows Nico Lapierre to sweep into the lead. Philip Hansen in the Tockworth car is off the track. That's down at Piff Paff. He's run wide. Here we go, under braking, lock up. Is that a left front tyre going soft? Either way, number 2 United Autosports car has got by him. Harry Tinknell is in for a splash and dash. That early full course yellow pit stop didn't work out. No late safety car. Battle for 3rd in GTE. Marco Seefried in the Porsche 77 versus Matt Griffin in the 55 Ferrari. This for a spot on the podium with LMP3 cars all around them. Wheel to wheel out of La Source and down towards Eau Rouge. Who's got the line? It should be with the Porsche. Can Seefried hang on, but Griffin is still there. Can't quite squeeze through. Wow. Look again in slow motion. This is Top Gear, foot to the floor, and hang on. Fantastic stuff. They are still at it. Oh, Matt Griffin very wide on the exit of Blanchimont. The Graf Racing LMP3 car is there, the race leader in LMP3. And Griffin, as the Porsche outbrakes itself, the Ferrari can go around the outside. Can he? Not quite enough space there, but he gets a good run on the pit straight. And he is wheel to wheel. He's got the inside line for La Source. And everybody else trying to find a way through this battle. But there's no room here as Matt Griffin grabs 3rd from the Porsche. Fantastic racing here at Spa. Red, white and blue car there is Paul Petit. That's the number 9 Graf Racing LMP3 leader. Right behind him is the 66 Ferrari JMW leading in GTE. And Graf Racing heading, it looks, towards a 2nd consecutive LMP3 win. Take a look at the battle for third. Matthias Besch and Andrea Pizzitola in traffic, wheel to wheel, barely an inch to spare. Pizzitola still trying to take that place back. In Piff Paff gets through. It's not over yet though. Pizzitola still just in front. Besch pulls out, trying to go the long way around the outside at La Source. Pizzitola defends on the inside. He's still in third. Drifts out wide. Matthias Besch with a better run off the corner. Down the inside. Straight back into third place. Down into Eau Rouge they come. Hang on tight. Flying by the camera and up the other side. Along the Kemmel Straight, and that plays well for Pizzitola. He's in Besch's slipstream. Should be able to get by him at the top of the hill. Like G-Drive, WRT need a fuel stop. Laurens Vanthoor in second place. Here he is. What's the gap? 48.5 seconds over Matthias Besch. That should be enough if there are no mistakes in the pits for him to remain in second place even after this late fuel stop with 5 minutes on the clock. Matthias Besch on the outside. Andrea Pizzitola, there's contact. Pizzitola off in the gravel. Oh my goodness. Well, Matthias Besch hangs on. Pizzitola on the curbs trying to avoid contact, but he couldn't. It was at Campus, and he is stuck in the gravel.
Full course yellow, full course yellow. We are under full course yellow.
A disconsolate Andrea Pizzitola, but as time runs out, there will not be a green flag. Nico Lapierre will roll up to the line to take the win. In their first season, Dragon Speed claim victory in the European Le Mans Series. 2 prototype rookies and a hugely experienced endurance driver in the new American team. They claim the win. Well, what a big result for Dragon Speed. Big result for another newcomer to the series. WRT will take second. Thierry by TDS in third place. LMP3 victory for Graf Racing, their second in a row, but second is enough for United Autosports to claim the LMP3 title before the final race in Estoril. A third consecutive win in GTE for JMW Motorsport, and they'll head to the season finale with a 20-point cushion over the 99 Aston Martin. But look at the delight of Nico Lapierre.
Amazing first season, first win in the ALMS. It's unbelievable. Great job for the team. For my 2 teammates, I drove perfectly today. I just had to finish the job. But since the beginning of the weekend, the team was just amazing. Great strategy, great car. We enjoyed it very much.
Not the podium we expected. Thierry third, WRT second, Dragon Speed victorious in LMP2. That third place for Thierry by TDS means that 4 years after first claiming a European Le Mans Series title, they are the favourites as we head to the season finale in Portugal next month. In the GTE class, JMW are equally well placed after another victory.
It's extended the lead for us in the championship, and you know it's a real relief for us because this weekend we came into Spa and we didn't know how we'd get on. Rob's inexperienced here, and we were just trying to find our pace on practice, and it came good. We had a little bit of luck with the safety car, but we had a great car underneath us, and we just had to stroke it home at the end.
A great result for them, especially as Proton and AF Corsa, who joined them on the podium, are not close championship rivals. JMW head to the season finale in Portugal, a comfortable 20 points clear of the 99 Aston. In LMP3, Graf Racing might have won the battle. For the second time this season they're victorious, but winning the war, the number 2 United Autosports crew.
We're so happy. I mean, this group of people that came together just at the start of this year have delivered so much for us, and we're delighted these 2 guys have done an awesome job.
With Graf Racing on the top step, United Autosports complete the podium. Number 2 in second, number 3 in third. It's their second 2-car podium finish of the season. 0 points for Duquesne Engineering mean that Graf Racing jump ahead of them into second in the championship with 1 more race to go. And that is it from Spa. Our first champions of the season are crowned, so congratulations to the number 2 United Autosports team, the LMP3 champions for 2016. And from Spa Francorchamps, until we meet again, it's goodbye.
ELMS. 4 hours of Estoril.
Join us for the ELMS weekend to see the European Le Mans Series, the Michelin GT3 Le Mans Cup, and the Renault Sport Series.